Good afternoon, my dear students of Standard 6. Myself, Johnsy teacher, is going to teach one interesting lesson of English. That is 3.6, The Merchant of Venice. This lesson is written by William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare is an English renowned poet, playwright, and active born in 1564. He is considered to be the English national poet. He has written a lot of plays which are more popular even today. His poems are very popular to this very day. Like that, he has written a lot of dramas and plays which young children like you enjoy. This Merchant of Venice play is a play written by William Shakespeare. In this play is a 16th century play in which a merchant of Venice named Antonio borrows a huge amount of money which he has to repay to the Jewish moneylender, that is Shylock. So now students, let us get into the lesson and let us understand what the lesson is all about. So students, take out your English textbook, turn to page number 17. Now let us get started. 3.6, The Merchant of Venice. Antonio was a merchant who lived in Venice, a populous city in Italy. In those days, that is about 500 years ago, sea voyages were very dangerous. And yet, some adventurous merchants travelled across the seas. Some others spent a lot of money in sending ships to faraway countries. So this Antonio, he was a merchant. Merchant means a person who does trade, who buys and sells goods to other countries or states. So Antonio, he was a merchant. He lived in Venice. This Venice is situated in Italy. It is a prosperous city. So in those days, 500 years ago, sea voyages were very dangerous. Voyages means journey. So that time sea journey was very dangerous. Why it was dangerous? Because people used to send ships to far away countries and they used to do trade with other countries. And that time, in those days, sea voyages, that means the sea was very, there was tides, lot of tides would come. So the sea voyages were very dangerous. But still, these people did trade. So this Antonio, he sent some ships to faraway countries and he was expecting his ships to come to the country. These ships brought back spices and other treasures from India and other countries. The merchants sold these things in Europe. They made a lot of profit in this business. So like that, there were other merchants also. They used to send ships to other countries. So this Antonio, he sent one ship and he was waiting for the ship. So these ships, what did they bring? Spices. Spices as like vegetable, foodstuffs, then cloves, then whatever we use for cooking, like that things used to get traveled across the country and across other countries as well as within the countries also. As you have already studied in geography about trade, domestic trade, internal trade and international trade. So these three types are the trades which the people used to take, means they used to do trade during those days. And now also we get some things from other countries. So it is possible due to the trade between other countries. So our country, India, they send ships or they travel by aeroplanes also and by goods train also, and then the trade happens. So like that they used to make a lot of profit in their business. At the time when the story begins, Antonio was waiting for his ships to return with merchandise. He had put almost all his money in the ships. So that time Antonio, he had sent the ships and he was waiting for the ships to come. He had put a lot of money in that. So he was waiting for the ships to come. Merchandise, that means goods. He was waiting for his goods to come in that ships so that he can sell it and he can make a profit and he can do business with that. So then handsome nobleman, but unfortunately he had no money. So how was Antonio? His character has been described over here. He was a kind man. He used to lend money. Lend money means he used to help the people, he used to help others, and he used to help his friends also. But Antonio had one best friend. That means his name was Bassanio. Bassanio was best friend of Antonio. That time Bassanio had no money. So that is why this this Bassanio had no money. So that is why Bassanio goes to Antonio for borrowing money. He asked money from Antonio. Antonio was a kind man, and before that Bassanio also helped Antonio. That is why Antonio immediately helps Bassanio. This is Portia. Bassanio wanted to marry Portia. Portia was beautiful and intelligent. She was the only daughter of a very wealthy man. Her father had died, leaving her a large estate. So this Bassanio, he loved one girl, that is Portia. Bassanio wanted to marry Portia. But Bassanio had nothing with him. He had no money. This Portia, she was a very beautiful girl and she was a very young girl. She was the only daughter. That means she had no siblings. She had no brothers or sisters. She was the only daughter of her father. And her father had left a huge property for her. Estate means the property. He had left a lot of money and lot of property in the name of Portia, because she is the only daughter and she had no other siblings. So she only was very beautiful. She was very rich also, because before her father died, her father had written everything in Portia's name. So Portia was a very rich girl. In his will, Portia's father had written how Portia's husband should be selected. He had set a test for the suitors. So now he had written, before Portia's father died, he had written a will. Will means he had written in a paper. He had written in a paper that how Portia's husband should be there. How he should be, means the description of Portia's husband was written over there. Now before dying he has written, so that should be fulfilled. So that is why this Portia was not able to tell anyone that even she also loved Bassanio. So then now a test was being conducted for these people, for those who come to ask for Portia's hand. So what was this test? Let us see further. He had set a test for her suitors. Suitors means man, or those who come for marriage, or to ask in hand for marriage. Those are called as suitors. They had to choose between 3 caskets, one of gold, one of silver, and one of lead. So they had to choose between 3 caskets. See, it is given over there: one of gold, one of silver, and one of lead. So now in these 3 boxes are there. Caskets means a box or a coffin. So like that, these boxes were being given over there, and something or the other words were written in that. So now let us see what words have been written. Each casket had something written on it. On the gold casket it was written, "Whoever chooses me shall gain what many men desire." On the silver casket, "Whoever chooses me shall get as much as he deserves." On the casket of lead, "Whoever chooses me must give and risk all he has." So on the gold casket, note was written. What was written in that note? That whoever chooses me shall gain what many men desire, what many men want. So then in the silver casket it was written, "Whoever chooses me shall get as much as he deserves." What he deserves, greater than what he deserves, shall be given to him. And on the third casket, that is on the lead casket, what was given? That photograph of Portia was being given. So whoever chooses lead casket will be given Portia to that person for marriage. Prince of Morocco. He chose the gold casket. But when he opened the casket, the message inside said that it was not the right casket. All that glitters is not gold. So first person came the Prince of Morocco. Morocco is a place in Africa. So one person to ask for Portia's hand, the first person was the Prince of Morocco. He had come from that place. So he had come and he asked for marriage marriage for Portia. So that he knew that the men were to select any of the casket from these three caskets. So he chose the gold casket. So what was written in that? It was not the right casket. So what was written? All that glitters is not gold. Glitters means or shines. So if the box is golden in color, so that doesn't mean that inside Portia's photograph will be there. So that is why it was written all that glitters, all that shines is not gold. Then next came another suitor, the Prince of Aragon chose the silver casket, but that too was not the right casket. So another prince. So first prince was the Prince of Morocco. He had not chose the right one, so he went away. Now second man was the Prince of Aragon. He came from the place of Aragon. He chose the silver casket, and that was also not the right casket. So then after now only one box was left, that is the lead casket. So let us see who gets the lead casket. Bassanio wanted to try his luck with the caskets. To do that, he had to travel to Belmont where Portia lived on her estate. He needed money for that. Now Bassanio, he wanted to marry Portia. So he went from his place where he was living in Venice, and from there he travelled to Belmont. He wanted to marry Portia. So Portia was living in Belmont. Belmont is also name of the place. So he wanted to travel to Belmont where Portia was living in her estate which she was living in her mahal, we say, like she was living over there. So for that, Bassanio wanted money to travel. Now for traveling, money is required. So Bassanio wanted money to travel from Venice to Belmont. He didn't have money, so he went to ask to Antonio for money. He needed money for that. When Antonio came to know this, he wanted to help. He told Bassanio to borrow money in Antonio's name. They went to Shylock, the Jewish money lender, and asked him for the money. So now this Antonio, he came to know that Bassanio wanted money. So this Antonio, he comes forward and he helps Bassanio. He tells Bassanio that we will borrow money from Shylock. So you go to Shylock. This Antonio, he tells Bassanio that you go to Shylock and you ask money in Antonio's name. That is in his name. You ask money from Shylock. So this is Shylock and he is Bassanio. So he goes to Shylock for asking money in Antonio's name. Shylock had a lot of money, but he was not at all generous. Money was all that he cared for. He did not like Antonio because Antonio sometimes lent people money without charging any interest for it. So this Shylock, he was a very rich man. He had a lot of money. He is a money lender. Money lender means the person who gives money to others. Those who are in need, he gives money to them, and for that he doesn't give for free. He charges interest also. So this Bassanio, he went to Shylock and he told that Antonio has asked for money. So then this Shylock, his description has been given in this paragraph that he had a lot of money, but he was not at all generous. Generous means he was not at all generous means he did not give anyone money. If he would give money, then he would charge interest. But Shylock, he didn't like Antonio at all. Why he didn't like Antonio at all? Because Antonio also used to lend money, but he doesn't charge interest. He feels very sorry for other people, so he doesn't charge any interest for that. He gives money, he lends people money, but he doesn't take any interest from that people. So that is why this Shylock, he doesn't like Antonio, because Shylock, he is a very cunning person. He lends money, but he takes interest also for that money. And this Antonio, he doesn't charge any interest. So that is why this Shylock doesn't like Antonio. So Shylock decided to take advantage of the situation. He gave them the money on a strange condition. Now this Shylock, he decided to give money to Bassanio, but only on one condition. What was the condition? Let us see. If Antonio failed to return the money within 3 months, Shylock would cut off a pound of Antonio's flesh. Antonio agreed to this and borrowed the money for Bassanio. Now the Shylock, he decided to take advantage of the situation. So what he does, he gives one situation. He tells that only in one condition I will give money. And what was that condition? He tells that if you don't repay me the money within few days, then I will cut off a pound of flesh from your heart. So this he gives in writing, and this Antonio agrees for that. And Antonio tells that okay, fine. If I don't repay you money, you cut off 1 pound of flesh. So he gives in writing, and they both agree for that. And then he borrowed money for Bassanio. He wanted his friend Bassanio. He liked his friend Bassanio, his best friend. He wanted to help his friend. So that is why he takes his own life for risk, and he signs for the treaty. Then Bassanio went to Belmont. When he saw the caskets, he chose the lead one. That was the right casket, and Bassanio won Portia's hand by choosing it. Portia too was glad to marry Bassanio. Now Antonio has borrowed money for Bassanio, so Bassanio, now he took the money and went to Belmont, where Portia was living. He travelled to Belmont, and there he chose the lead casket. So there lead casket. He chose the lead casket. And that was the right casket. In that casket, the photograph of Portia was pinned there, and that was the right casket. And then they both are glad to marry each other. Portia and Bassanio, they both love each other. So when Bassanio chose the right one, Portia was very happy for that. In the meanwhile, Shylock heard that Antonio had lost his ships. He was very happy that Antonio would not be able to pay the money. So in the meanwhile, that means when Bassanio had gone to Portia's estate, that time the Shylock comes to hear that Antonio's ship has all lost in the ship has drowned in the water, and he has lost his ships. So now Shylock was very happy that Antonio had lost his ships, and now that he will cut off 1 pound of flesh from Antonio's heart. He took Antonio to court and demanded that he fulfill the strange and cruel condition. The Duke liked Antonio and was sorry for him. But what could he do? Antonio had written a bond to Shylock, and according to the law, Shylock was right. So this he tells, he goes to the court, he takes Antonio and he goes, the Shylock, he takes Antonio and goes to the court. He tells the court over there that already a bill has been written, it has been written in a paper that if he doesn't repay the money, then he has to give a pound of flesh to he has to give the pound of flesh to Shylock. So then this Duke, he gives that he has to fulfill the condition has to be fulfilled. So the Duke, he reads the paper, and he feels very sorry for Antonio. He liked Antonio, but he felt very sorry for Antonio, because what is given in the paper, he has to fulfill that. And there was a bond which has been written. They had written in a paper, and they both had signed together. When a pound of Antonio's flesh. So when now he has borrowed money for whom? For Bassanio. So when Bassanio and Portia hears all this, Portia is now wife of Bassanio. They both are married each other. So when Bassanio and Portia hears this, that Antonio's life is in strange situation, is in critical situation. So they both rush to Venice, where Antonio was living. So Portia, she told Bassanio that you pay 2 times the money which you borrowed from Shylock. So you pay the money to Shylock, the 2 times of money. But Shylock was very firm in his situation, was very firm in his promise. So he told that no, I just want a pound of Antonio's flesh. I don't want any money, I don't want anything, I just want a pound of Antonio's flesh. Everyone in the court, including the Duke, felt that Shylock's demand was inhuman. The Duke asked Shylock to show mercy towards Antonio, but Shylock was not ready at all. He felt that Antonio and others had treated him badly before, and he wanted revenge. So now everyone thought that this Shylock is gone mad, that is asking for a pound of flesh. So everyone in the court, that is the Duke and everyone over there, he tells Shylock that this demand is not at all proper. Whatever you are asking is not at all proper. So you take back it. The money will be paid to you. You take the money. But this first Duke told Shylock that show some mercy to Antonio. He is very sorry for that. But Shylock, he was not at all ready to do so. He didn't want any money, he didn't want anything. He just wanted a pound of flesh. So because he thinks that Antonio had treated him badly before in the past, and so he wanted to take revenge. Revenge means he wanted to harm. Someone. So he wanted to harm Antonio. He thought that Shylock had thought that Antonio had treated him very badly in the past. So he wanted to take revenge of Antonio. So that is why he didn't want any money and he didn't want anything, but he only wanted a pound of flesh. Just then, a young lawyer entered the court. He said that he would fight Antonio's case. He asked Antonio whether he had agreed to Shylock's condition. Antonio said that he had agreed. So then, just then a young lawyer, he enters the court and he said that he would fight Antonio's case because he thought that Antonio is only right. So he told that I will fight for Antonio's case. He asked Antonio that whether you have agreed to Shylock, whether that you will pay the pound of flesh. So he says yes. Then the young lawyer requested Shylock to show mercy, though the law was on Shylock's side. The lawyer pleaded that mercy is the quality of God himself. So that time the young lawyer tells Shylock that whatever you are asking is not proper. Maybe it is written in the bond, but it is not proper that you have to take a pound of flesh instead of money. And he tells Shylock that you forgive Antonio, and you take the case back. Though the case was on Shylock's side, but still he tells that it is not right. And the lawyer he also pleads. He also tells Shylock that mercy is the quality of God himself. God shows mercy. So that means we also have to show mercy to others. When a person shows mercy to someone else, they are both blessed. Mercy was more valuable than the king's crown. But all this had no effect on Shylock. This lawyer, he tells continuously that if we forgive others, God will forgive us. So we should forgive others. We have to show mercy on others. If we show mercy on others, God will also show mercy on us. So if we show mercy on others, then both that person and we both will be blessed. But still, the Shylock had no effect on him. Whatever the lawyer was telling, he was not at all paying he was just firm in his situation that no, I want a pound of flesh, I don't want anything else. The young lawyer then said that the law allowed Shylock to take a pound of flesh and he could do that. At the same time, the lawyer warned that while cutting off the flesh, Shylock should not shed even one drop of Antonio's blood. So the lawyer said, okay, I will allow you to take Antonio's flesh. But before taking Antonio's flesh, I will tell you one thing. That in this paper it is not written that that the blood should not be shed. So he tells that, so the lawyer says that when cutting off 1 pound of flesh, a drop of blood also should not fall on the ground. And he warned them that in the law it is written that whatever you have demanded, that is written in the law, that will be given to you, but you have to not drop a drop of flesh or drop of blood, because it is not given in the law that blood can be dropped, so you should not drop a blood, but you can take the flesh. Also, he should cut exactly 1 pound of flesh, nothing else, nothing more. That would not be allowed by the law. So then he tells that only 1 pound of flesh you have to take, not more and not less. And you should not shed blood. Now, without shedding blood, can the flesh be taken? No. So, if the blood is shed, then the blood falls. Then only we can take the flesh. Without touching the blood, the flesh cannot be taken. So Shylock realized that he could not do what the young lawyer asked him to do, and he accepted his defeat. Antonio's life was saved. So then Shylock realized that without the blood falling, he cannot take the pound of flesh. He cannot take the pound of flesh from that without the blood being shed. So he tells Shylock that Shylock tells that yes, I realized my mistake, and that's how Antonio's life was saved. Because without the blood or without the dropping of blood, the flesh cannot be taken, right? The flesh cannot be if I want to take the flesh of my hand. So without the blood falls on the ground, can I take the flesh? I cannot take the flesh. So if the blood doesn't come, then he cannot take the flesh also. So then the Shylock realizes his mistake and he tells that without the blood I cannot take the flesh. So he accepts his defeat. Means he accepts his loss and he tells that okay, fine. Then Antonio's life was saved. So who was the young lawyer? Bassanio and Antonio found out later that it was none other than Porsche herself, dressed as a young man. So who was that young lawyer which entered the court and fought for Antonio's case? It was no one else. It was Bassanio's wife, that is Porsche. Porsche had come to the court and fought for Antonio, and she very wisely fought for Antonio, and because she was an intelligent girl, so she fought for Antonio's case and she won that case. So Porsche, she very beautifully and very intelligently she solved the case without anyone being harmed. Neither Shylock was harmed, neither Antonio was harmed, no one was harmed. In fact, Antonio's life was saved. Later, it was learned that Antonio's ships were safe, and so he had not in fact lost his money. Thus, the story which could have ended in a tragic manner ended happily. Later, after some days, it came to know that Antonio's ships was not at all lost, and his money was not at all lost. Means in fact, he had not lost any of the money. His ships were all back with the goods. So this story ended in a tragic manner. Tragic means it ended in a miserable manner, but tragic manner ended happily. That means the story could have ended. It might have ended in a miserable manner. If the pound of flesh was taken from Antonio, then could Antonio be saved now? No, he would have died. He mind, can Antonio be saved? No, not at all. Antonio could not be saved. Over here, Portia showed her intelligence, and that is how Antonio was saved. So this story, that is this drama, could have ended in a miserable manner, but it went very happily. Due to Portia's intelligence and due to Portia's wisdom, it went very happily in a happy manner, and all was saved, and everything was saved, and Antonio's life was also saved. Shylock also understood, and he also realized his mistake. So this is what the lesson is all about. In this lesson, we come to know that this lesson teaches us that we should be helpful to others. A friend in need is a friend in need. Like how Antonio, when his friend Bassanio was in difficult time, was in difficult situation, he supported him. He borrowed money. He took risk of his life and he helped Bassanio. But again in the story we can learn that we should not at all be greedy, like how Shylock was. We should not at all be greedy. We should help others. Whenever others are in need, we should help them in difficult times, in difficult situations. So they will remember us at all times. And we should not at all depend on money. Money is not everything. Then we can also learn that love covers over all wrongs. That is, love can help each and everything. Each and every problem can be solved by love. If we behave with love to each other, then our all problems can be solved. Money is useful in difficult times. In difficult situations, money is useful. But we should show love also to others. We should help others. So this is what the lesson is all about. Now that we have understood the lesson, now let us see the hard words and its meanings. So first hard word is voyage. Voyage means journey. Second is spices. Spices means a vegetable substance. Third is merchandise, means goods. Fourth is estate, means property. Fifth is casket, means box. Sixth is glitters, means shines. Seventh is adamant, means firm. And eighth is tragic, means miserable. So today we have learned about the lesson of Merchant of Venice. In this lesson we saw that the Merchant of Venice, that is Antonio, had borrowed a huge amount of money from Shylock, and first he failed to pay that. He borrowed money for his friend Bassanio. He failed to pay that. So for that, Shylock had written in a bond. They had put in a bond that if he doesn't pay the money, then a pound of flesh will be taken. Then later on, he doesn't pay that money, fails to pay that. So Shylock goes to the court, and in that court, Antonio, he wins, and Shylock, he realizes his mistake, that whatever he had asked, it was not proper. So this is what we study in the chapter The Merchant of Venice. So this is what the chapter is about. Then we studied about the hard words and its meanings. So students, I hope that you have all understood the lesson The Merchant of Venice. So this is what all about. So students, thank you. Take care, stay safe and stay healthy.